sure if this is true or not, but somebody said that the hearing for December has been moved back or rescheduled to the end of January in the Menendez trial. And so, yeah, we shall see. They're meeting today to decide whether or not this DA is going to basically undo what the last DA did. He could do something different. He could dismiss the charges altogether, or he could change what the resentencing is, or he could just undo. The governor of California said that, well, regardless if, he wants to respond to the clemency, but he's going to allow the new DA to take a look at it. And so I'm hoping that they will respect the wishes of the family. And there was a division in the DA's office, and there was accusations that the DA was being political, but I think that it was an unfair trial. The first trial was a hung jury, and the only reason they got the conviction that they did get in the second trial was because they didn't allow the same thing that they allowed in the first trial, and that was the evidence of abuse. So I really think that that was unfair, and I think they should have gotten a new trial, and they still have the ability to fight for that if something does, go bad. But I think with the amount of people of their own family who said, look, there was abuse, and there was things that was not allowed to be heard, and we don't think justice was done. If you go against the family and what they're saying and what they're supporting, I think that's not really justice. Okay, they're the victims. It was their family members, and they have pretty much overwhelmingly begged and pleaded for the release of these guys who have served decades, who would not have served decades if they had just gotten the fair trial. Not to justify what they did. They've never asked for that. Actually, I think during their trial they did try to use fear, self-defense or whatever, and these are just really hard cases that when somebody will abuse their own children like that, it's hard to tell what they may do, to protect themselves, but whatever. I think the coming forward of the other victims was also helpful, but I hope for the release. I hope that they do, at the very, very minimum, get a new trial, because I don't like that they withheld the evidence of abuse that should have been for a jury to decide whether or not to accept it as true or reject it. That's what juries are for. But they didn't get that opportunity. And that's why it's always been unjust. So anyways, but somebody said that the trial, that there's going to be rescheduling of a hearing in January. So if that's true, I think that's a good sign. So we shall see.